The glint of a nickel, something so ordinary, so mundane, yet it carries the weight of history in its metallic core. Have you ever wondered if the coins jingling in your pocket could hold more value than their face suggests? The 1986 US nickel, in particular, has become the subject of intrigue, mystery, and speculation among collectors and enthusiasts. What if I told you that this simple coin could be worth not just a few cents but potentially hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars? The answer lies in its story, its design, its errors, its hidden secrets. Stay with me as we unravel the enigma of the 1986 nickel and explore why it could be the treasure you never realized you had. The journey begins decades ago with the Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938. Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers, graced the obverse of the coin, a design both elegant and enduring. His iconic home, Monticello, adorned the reverse, cementing this coin as a staple in American currency. For decades, the Jefferson nickel underwent subtle changes, but by the 1980s, the US Mint faced new challenges. This was an era of modernization in the minting process, a period of technological advances but also one rife with occasional oversights. In 1986, millions of nickels poured out of the Philadelphia and Denver mints. To the untrained eye, they were just like any other nickel, small, silver-hued, and easily overlooked. But beneath the surface lay a story waiting to be told. The meticulous process of striking these coins wasn't always perfect, and it's within those imperfections that the potential for immense value resides. A slight error during minting could turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream, a piece that stands out from billions of others. Before we dive into these errors, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. Picture a nickel in your hand, its weight, its texture. The 1986 US nickel features Jefferson's profile on the obverse, his stoic gaze facing left, a timeless representation of a pivotal figure in American history. Flip the coin over, and there it is, Monticello, rendered in intricate detail, a tribute to Jefferson's legacy. These coins were composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable alloy meant to withstand the rigors of circulation. But here's a fascinating tidbit: producing a nickel costs the US Mint more than the coin's actual value. Yes, the 5-cent coin costs closer to 7 or 8 cents to produce. Now, let's talk about what truly sets the 1986 nickel apart: errors. For collectors, these errors are like buried treasure. But what exactly is an error coin? Simply put, it's a coin that deviates from its intended design due to a mistake during production. And in the case of the 1986 nickel, some of these errors are as rare as they are valuable. Imagine holding a coin where the design is slightly off-center, as if the die didn't align perfectly during the strike. These off-center strikes are highly sought after and can fetch significant sums at auctions, but the intrigue doesn't stop there. Have you ever heard of a doubled die? This occurs when the die used to strike the coin is impressed twice, creating a shadowy or doubled effect in the design. For the 1986 nickel, a doubled die error could mean certain elements, like Jefferson's profile or the inscriptions, appear duplicated under close inspection. These subtle yet dramatic flaws can elevate a coin's value astronomically. Let's not forget planchet errors, another category of minting mishaps. A planchet is the blank piece of metal that eventually becomes a coin. If a planchet is flawed, perhaps too thin, too thick, or improperly cut, it can result in coins with unusual shapes or features. These anomalies, while unintentional, are like hidden gems for collectors. They're the kinds of imperfections that tell a story, turning a simple nickel into a piece of history. The mystery deepens when we consider the role of mint marks. On most US coins, you'll find a small letter indicating where the coin was produced. For 1986 nickels, the options are P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. While both mints produced millions of coins that year, some collectors have speculated about variations in quality and rarity between the two. And then there are the nickels with no mint mark at all. While these might seem insignificant, their scarcity can pique the interest of collectors. Could these no-mint mark coins hold greater value? The value of a 1986 nickel depends on several factors, including its condition, any errors it might feature, and its rarity. A typical circulated nickel from 1986 is worth, unsurprisingly, 5 cents. But if a coin is in pristine condition, uncirculated, with sharp details and no signs of wear, its value can increase significantly. Coins graded as mint state, MS, by professionals can fetch higher prices, especially if they display unique characteristics like errors. Imagine coming across an uncirculated 1986 nickel with a double die error or an off-center strike. At auction, such a coin could command a price far beyond its face value. Some rare error coins from the same era have sold for thousands of dollars, their imperfections making them perfect in the eyes of collectors. If you're wondering how to spot one of these valuable nickels, the first step is simple: check your pocket change. While the odds of finding a rare 1986 nickel in circulation are slim, they're not impossible. A magnifying glass or coin loupe can help you examine your coins closely, revealing details that might otherwise go unnoticed. Look for any irregularities in the design, misaligned strikes, doubled features, or unusual shapes. Bank rolls are another treasure trove for coin hunters. These rolls, often untouched for decades, can contain coins in surprisingly good condition. Searching through bank rolls requires patience, but the potential payoff makes it worthwhile. And if you think you found a rare 1986 nickel, consider having it graded by a professional. A certified grade not only confirms the coin's condition but also boosts its value in the eyes of buyers. So, what should you do if you discover a valuable 1986 nickel? The possibilities are endless. You could auction it off, potentially earning a substantial profit. You could add it to your collection, preserving a piece of history. Or you could simply marvel at the idea that a seemingly ordinary coin turned out to be something extraordinary. Coins like the 1986 nickel remind us that even the smallest, most overlooked objects can hold stories of immense value. They teach us to look closer, to appreciate the details, and to understand that rarity and beauty often lie in imperfection. The next time you come across a nickel from 1986, don't dismiss it as just another piece of change. It could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered, a testament to the idea that even the most ordinary things can be extraordinary. But the story doesn't end here. What about other coins from the 1980s? Could they, too, hold secrets of rarity and value? The answer is yes, and we'll explore those mysteries in future videos. So, stay tuned, keep searching, and who knows? The next great treasure might already be in your hands. The sound of coins jingling in your pocket, the unassuming glint of a nickel. How many times have you overlooked these small pieces of change, unaware of their hidden potential? But what if I told you that among the billions of coins minted in the 1980s, a seemingly ordinary nickel from 1984 could be worth far more than its face value? Imagine finding a tiny piece of metal that could fetch hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. That's the story of the 1984 US nickel, a coin surrounded by mystery, rarity, and hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered. Could you already have one of these treasures without realizing it? Let's dig deeper to find out. The tale begins with the Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938. Its design, featuring a left-facing profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic estate Monticello on the reverse, became a mainstay of American coinage. By the 1980s, this design had remained largely unchanged, yet the coins minted during this decade hold a charm of their own. The 1984 nickel, in particular, comes from a fascinating period when minting technology was advancing, but occasional errors still slipped through the cracks. These errors are what makes certain 1984 nickels not only rare but also incredibly valuable. In 1984, the US Mint produced billions of nickels, with the majority coming from the Philadelphia and Denver mints. To the casual observer, these coins seemed identical, just another piece of change to spend on a soda or a candy bar. But not all 1984 nickels were created equal. Some bore the marks of history, accidents, and peculiarities that elevated their status among collectors. It's within these peculiarities that we find the real value of the 1984 nickel. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. Imagine holding a 1984 nickel in your hand. On one side, you see Jefferson's stoic profile, his gaze steady, his features sharp. On the other, Monticello stands proud, its architectural details etched with precision. The coin is made from a combination of copper and nickel, an alloy chosen for its durability. Fun fact, producing a nickel actually costs the US Mint more than 5 cents due to the cost of materials and manufacturing. It's ironic, isn't it? A coin worth just a nickel costs closer to 7 or 8 cents to make. What sets the 1984 nickel apart from others are the errors that occurred during its production. To a coin collector, these errors are like hidden gems, mistakes that transform an ordinary coin into a coveted piece of numismatic history. But what exactly constitutes an error coin? These are coins that deviate from their intended design due to mishaps during the minting process, and for the 1984 nickel, these mishaps can range from subtle to dramatic. One of the most common and sought-after errors is the off-center strike. Picture a coin where the design is noticeably off-center, leaving blank spaces along one side. This happens when the blank planchet, the metal piece that becomes the coin, is not properly aligned with the striking dies. Such coins are rare and highly prized by collectors. Then there are double die errors, where elements of the coin's design, such as Jefferson's profile or the lettering, appear duplicated or shadowed. These errors occur when the die used to strike the coins is impressed multiple times, creating a distinct and collectible anomaly. Another fascinating error type involves the planchet itself. Sometimes, the metal blanks are improperly prepared, leading to coins that are too thin, too thick, or even irregularly shaped. These planchet errors can create coins with unique characteristics that make them stand out from the rest. Imagine finding a 1984 nickel with a distorted shape or an unusual thickness. It's not just a mistake, it's a story frozen in metal. Adding another layer of intrigue are the mint marks. On US coins, small letters indicate where the coin was produced, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and occasionally no mint mark at all. While the majority of 1984 nickels bear the P or D mint mark, some have been found without any mint mark, sparking curiosity among collectors. Could these no mint mark coins be even rarer and more valuable? It's a question that continues to fuel the hunt for these elusive pieces. The value of a 1984 nickel depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and whether it features any errors. A typical circulated nickel from 1984 is worth its face value of 5 cents. But when a coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear and retains its original luster, its value increases significantly. Coins graded as mint state, MS, by professional services can fetch even higher prices, especially if they display unique errors or rare features. Imagine discovering a 1984 nickel with a double die error or an off-center strike. At auction, such coins can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and rarity. Some rare error coins from the same period have been known to reach staggering amounts, their imperfections making them perfect in the eyes of collectors. These coins are more than just currency, they're pieces of history, artifacts that capture the artistry and challenges of their time. So, how can you tell if your 1984 nickel is valuable? The first step is simple: take a closer look. A magnifying glass or coin loupe can help you examine your coins for signs of errors, such as doubled features, misaligned strikes, or irregular shapes. Pay attention to the details of Jefferson's profile, the lettering, and the Monticello design. Even the smallest anomaly could be a sign that you're holding something special. If you're serious about finding valuable nickels, bank rolls are an excellent place to start. These rolls, often untouched for years, can contain coins in surprisingly good condition. Searching through them requires patience, but the potential reward makes it worthwhile. And if you think you found a rare 1984 nickel, consider having it professionally graded. A certified grade not only confirms the coin's condition but also increases its appeal to collectors and buyers. once you've identified a valuable nickel, the possibilities are endless. You could auction it off, reaping a profit that far exceeds its face value. You could add it to your collection, preserving a piece of history for future generations. Or you could simply marvel at the fact that something so small and unassuming turned out to be a hidden treasure. The 1984 nickel reminds us that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value. It's a testament to the power of curiosity and the thrill of discovery. So, the next time you come across a nickel from 1984, don't dismiss it as just another piece of change. Take a closer look, you might just uncover a hidden gem, but this story is only the beginning. What about other coins from the 1980s? Could they, too, hold secrets of rarity and value? The answer is yes, and those mysteries are waiting to be explored. Stay tuned for more stories of hidden treasures, and remember, the next great discovery might already be in your hands. The faint metallic clink of loose change in your pocket is a sound most of us barely notice. Yet, each coin carries with it a history, a purpose, and sometimes, an extraordinary secret. Among these coins, the humble nickel often goes overlooked, its small face value a far cry from the larger denominations. But what if I told you that a seemingly ordinary 1981 US nickel might be worth more than you could imagine? What if, hidden in plain sight, this coin contains stories of rarity, error, and immense value? Could you already have one of these treasures waiting to be uncovered? Today, we embark on a journey into the world of the 1981 nickel, peeling back the layers of history, artistry, and intrigue to reveal its hidden worth. Let's start by stepping back in time to the era when the 1981 nickel was minted. It was a period of transition and technological advancement at the US Mint, yet it was also a time when minting errors occasionally slipped through the cracks. The Jefferson nickel, a staple of American coinage since its introduction in 1938, was still being produced with its classic design, the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his stately home, Monticello, on the reverse. This design had become synonymous with the nickel itself, but the coins minted in 1981 hold secrets that go beyond their timeless appearance. In 1981, the US Mint operated from multiple locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced millions of nickels, with the Philadelphia and Denver mints handling the majority of the circulation coins. The coins bore mint marks, small letters indicating where they were made. P for Philadelphia and D for Denver. Yet, some coins were struck without any mint mark, creating a curiosity among collectors. These no mint mark coins sparked intrigue. Were they an error? Or were they intentionally left blank? This mystery alone has fueled debates and treasure hunts for decades, but what truly sets the 1981 nickel apart are the rare errors and anomalies that occurred during its production. To the casual observer, a nickel might seem like nothing more than a simple piece of metal. But to a collector or numismatist, each coin is a potential treasure trove of uniqueness. Errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, and planchet anomalies can transform an ordinary coin into a sought-after rarity. These mistakes, while unintentional, add layers of value and history to a coin, making it a prized piece in the world of coin collecting. Off-center strikes, for example, occur when the blank planchet, the metal disc that becomes the coin, is not properly aligned with the striking dies. The result is a coin with a design that is noticeably shifted, leaving parts of the surface blank. Imagine holding a 1981 nickel where Jefferson's profile is pushed to one side, almost as if he's peering out from the edge of the coin. Such an error is not only visually striking but also extremely valuable to collectors. Doubled dies are another type of error that can elevate a coin's worth. These occur when the die used to strike the coin is impressed more than once, resulting in a doubled image on the coin. On a 1981 nickel, this might manifest as a shadowy second profile of Jefferson, doubled letters in the word Liberty, or a ghostly duplication of Monticello's iconic facade. These errors are subtle yet unmistakable to the trained eye, and their rarity makes them highly desirable. Planchet errors, on the other hand, involve the blank itself. Sometimes, the planchet is improperly prepared, leading to coins that are too thin, too thick, or irregularly shaped. These anomalies give the coin a unique character, marking it as a mistake that escaped the watchful eyes of mint inspectors. A 1981 nickel with a planchet error might look slightly warped or feel heavier or lighter than a standard coin, adding to its mystique. The value of a 1981 nickel depends on several factors: its condition, its rarity, and whether it features any of these errors. Most nickels from 1981 are worth their face value of 5 cents, especially if they've been circulated and show signs of wear. However, coins in uncirculated condition, those that have never been used and still retain their original luster, are worth significantly more. These coins are graded by professional services, with grades ranging from Mint State 60, MS 60, to the coveted MS 70, which represents a flawless coin. A 1981 nickel in uncirculated condition can fetch several dollars at auction, while those with errors can reach staggering amounts. Imagine discovering a 1981 nickel with a double die error or an off-center strike. These coins have been known to sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and rarity. For some collectors, the thrill of finding such a coin is as valuable as the monetary reward. But how can you tell if your 1981 nickel is special? The first step is to examine it closely. A magnifying glass or coin loupe is essential for spotting details that might otherwise go unnoticed. Look for signs of doubling, off-center designs, or irregularities in the lettering and images. Pay attention to the mint mark, or the absence of one. Even the smallest anomaly could indicate a rare and valuable coin. Bank rolls are another excellent resource for uncovering hidden treasures. These rolls of nickels, often stored away for years, can contain coins in remarkably good condition. Searching through them requires patience and a keen eye, but the potential reward is well worth the effort. If you think you've found a valuable 1981 nickel, consider having it professionally graded. A certified grade not only confirms the coin's authenticity and condition but also increases its value to collectors and buyers. Once you've identified a rare 1981 nickel, the possibilities are endless. You could sell it at auction, earning a profit that far exceeds its face value. You could add it to your collection, preserving a piece of history for future generations. Or you could simply marvel at the fact that something so small and unassuming turned out to be a hidden treasure. The 1981 nickel is a testament to the idea that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value. It reminds us to look closely, to be curious, and to appreciate the stories hidden in the details. So, the next time you come across a nickel from 1981, don't dismiss it as just another piece of change. Take a closer look. You might just uncover a hidden gem, but this story is only the beginning. What about other coins from the 1980s? Could they, too, hold secrets of rarity and value? The answer is yes, and those mysteries are waiting to be explored. Coins like the 1982 penny or the 1983 dime have their own tales of errors and intrigue, each one a potential treasure in disguise. Stay tuned for more stories of hidden treasures, and remember, the next great discovery might already be in your hands.